Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's daily race. My name is Angel. As my co-commentator is going kind of excuse us for was a little bit stressful start here, but we're here. How are you doing, Glenn?
I'm doing good. Get excited to commentate in this race and learn little bit more about Crosskeys in the process.
Oh, Crosskeys is the home one. That it is a big category that people just tend to love and enjoy.
Yeah, I've watched plenty of them, and I've only played like 2 seeds and didn't finish. It's a little bit more for me to bite off because I'm still getting the hang of the logic and everything.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Days Club for having a countdown on his timer.
Yep. Meanwhile, Zelda Decent has started.
Yeah, it is both of them doing a sank start. It is pretty normal when it comes to Crosskeys because of just knowing where your random entrance is a very nice thing. And we are gonna see both of them go for the tier 1 tier pool, and that is hearts. Yeah. Also, this is probably the entrance I hate the most when it comes to where sank can be.
Yeah, I can understand that. Also, I'd like to make a shout out to our 2 trackers today, Professor Renderer and Hollow Bro. If you guys have not followed them, go ahead and give them a follow. Both of them are fantastic runners.
Yeah, do that. They are amazing people for signing up to help these daily races continue. So we see a little bit of diversion here. First of all, it was a small key to Mystery Meyer here in Link's house. And we see Days Cloud swimming up and gonna take the drop down up near the sank, while Selga has to go down to the 50-50 bushes to get those bombs. No, Days Cloud actually go in and check what mushroom or rather the witches is.
And that's a dead end at the witch's hut.
Yeah, but look at this. We got Spec Rock. Tailgate's gonna be rewarded with a little bit of another item, and it's either as well. Ooh.
That's an interesting find. Let's see if that works out for them.
Yeah. Decides to not do either the bomb jump or the drop down. That is understandable. You are in a race game, so you probably want to get the information about that at least. So yeah, and you also have Carrick above you, so just running around checking these different entrances and then decide which one to follow. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, let's see if that if the race game is actually useful for them. It's a sword. Ooh.
We're gonna need that mirror.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dazed is doing his little ruby grab over there.
Yeah. The infamous hula hand room. Days Cloud looking through all of the different tier triples. And there we have our first shop inside of the front entrance of Tavern.
Yep, and mini Moldorm Cave. Right there at the hut.
Yeah. And Selga did not have any luck with the one bush there that can give you bombs. He did not check the bush in that patch of grass that can have a bomb though, so...
Yeah, maybe they just forgot about it. It happens. I forget about the bomb bushes all the time, so...
Yeah. I saw the cave for Days Cloud. It is gonna be the map to Terra. That is one that he can check out early on. And there we had another Spec Rock entrance in Sikid house. And we have our first dark room on Days Cloud side, and that sounded like that was the front of the mountain ascend. So that is a pretty good one.
Yep. And meanwhile, Zelga picked up the big key, the Skull Woods. So not that necessary for that dungeon, but we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah. So when it comes to the early game of Crosskeys, you tend to see people do one of two things. Either they prioritize to go to the entrances which has the different drop downs, because in most cases they are gonna give you an item. At least multiple of them have a lot of different items, and unfortunately Death there from Days Cloud actually gonna send him back.
Yeah, and they had his number 2. 2 rocks, nowhere they could go.
Yeah. Stupid cabbages. And we have Turtle Rock left, sitting on the right lady. At least we get bombs in here. Alright, there we go. Days Cloud is out again.
Pretty reliable bomb farm too.
Yeah. There's one thing that can separate a few newer players when it comes to Crosskeys to veterans, where knowing where you can go to farm for bombs. And speaking of farming bombs, you have one of the best ones on Zelga's side.
Yep, and Dazed found the entrance to Pod, and he just picked up a map to Thieves Town.
Yes, unfortunately nothing more really in Pod for him, except for that. He can. There are also 2 pots in the middle he can go to just get some bombs. He also have one on the right if he would opt for that, but Hype Cave for Zelga. And the first one, small key to Swamp! Big key to Ice Palace. This is turned out to be a really, really good cave so far. And with the best one of them all, the single arrow of destiny.
Yep, just a little more useful than that $300 that Zelga picked up.
Yeah. Yeah, Ice Palace in blind side out. And we're gonna see some mimic clipping on base side.
Love on Uncle on Zelga's side. Alright.
Nice. And that was a very quick mimic clipping from Days as well. That looked good. And we also want to preface this, that is not the clip you need to learn to run this category.
It's definitely quick compared to me. I think it took me like 2 minutes to do it when I finally got it done.
I still haven't tried it.
Green goo on Dazed.
Yeah, and he did actually get a small key to Pod from the first cess here, so he could opt to go in and check 2 more cess if he would want to. The other option would be to wait for that until he has the hammer and if you really want to do the mimic clipping again, but it looks like he's gonna go in and do that.
Yeah, I mean, still get a couple checks out of it, so not entirely useless to at least make the attempt. Meanwhile, Zelga's gonna push for that mini Moldorn cave and see what it provides.
Yeah, that middle one can just decide to not take damage at the best of times. Gonna have to use an extra bomb to deal with this room. Yeah, nothing really in the front of Pod then. We still have the big key one, but yeah, I can't get to it yet.
Yeah, mini Moldorn cave wasn't particularly exciting either. Some rubies, a heart piece. So we'll see what happens now.
Yeah. And as the bot has told us, if you want to participate in the tournament of Shift on Ice Palace 5-6, good. Anyways, if you want to participate on a live live in-person tournament, make sure to get your tickets for Speed Gaming Live. They're being held in Hannon on Virginia between the 9th and 12th of November. A lot of good tournaments happening there. So make sure to get those tickets while they last. Anyways, anything interesting happened while I was trying to read the script?
Not that I saw. Perhaps one of our trackers can point it out, because I was reading the script too, actually. In my peripherals, I didn't see anything, though.
I did see that we have Ganon in Lost Woods.
Well, I guess he's not lost anymore then.
Nope. I'm checking Lumberjack is the useless fairy, so that is amazing seeing Discovery. And there we have Hera. And Arrow Game on Selga's side, if he would have wanted to farm some for more rupees. They're not far away from Sora at the moment, so could have opted to do that, but decides not to. Instead, gonna check this entrance here on the Death Mountain Ascent.
Looks like it was bumper ledge on Zelga's side.
Yeah. And over on Days Cloud side, he did find a small key to Ice Palace. That is pretty good. And we have our first way to get to the Dark World. Days Cloud has found it.
Yeah, I feel like in these seeds, it's either they find it really, really quick, or it takes forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and there's well on Zelga's side.
That is a nice find. So yeah, 5 more checks in here for him. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 5. So, Cane of Burna. We have a map to Turtle Rock and our first sword.
All right.
And Green Pennant Vanilla. We learned that from Shahazala sitting in Bomb Shop today.
Yeah, I don't think Dazed went to check the back of the closet, though.
He was in fact in Bunny State, so he couldn't check it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Renderer over here telling us a usable sword for once, and at least we know knowledge from Master Sword.
Yeah. Ooh, the other exit out of Old Man takes you to pod area. That is very useful knowledge for later. And a nice little corner jump there from Selga to check out the witch shop.
Yeah, that was probably one of the fastest ones I've seen in all of the streams watching.
Oh, that god up there is not helping Days at all. He just wants to take it back of Zank. And it looks like Selga is gonna do that as well.
Back of escape is nice.
We got some bombs, we got another compass, and a map to Eastern. A dud, really. Especially for Days Close, since he have found the Shazla. At least it would be good information for Selga, though. So it looks like we're gonna get our first look at South Shore now. And the TR Bridge. Let's go.
Another key to pod, so that's nice.
That is our second so far. And yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the risk of doing this early on.
Yeah. You do get one shot this early on by the lasers, and having to use a bomb each time as well. Yeah, you're using up a lot of resources to do this. And there was nothing on the island. We have blue mail. and another small key to pod. So 2 pod keys here. Cloud, do you want to head back to pod yet? You can check a lot in the back.
Yeah, pretty much got most of our pod keys right out of the gate.
Yep. He is gonna have to isolate 1 chest so far, though, so he's probably gonna wait until he has at least 1 more before he goes back there.
And there's Eastern Palace at Mini Moldworm entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, a slew of items in here for him.
Zelda did a very clean dark room climb for the mountain. Hopefully they don't get beamed by a couple of these boulders.
Yeah. It is a little bit easier navigating up there when you have the sword and you can use the sparkle from it. And Selgana has also found the pod. He does have a small key, so he did find that somewhere else. I did miss where that was though. Yeah, Selgan is doing the cross-world high five at the moment.
Yep, unfortunately not a lot going on for either of them at the moment, but
Yeah.
Let's see what Dazed finds in these next couple chests.
Mm-hmm. Do we know if Selga can do mimic clipping as well?
I do not know, actually.
A small key to Maya for Dazed. At least he got something out of going in here. It looks like it does though, because he is heading back there. So he could opt into going into the back and maybe take a U-turn. Turn the turtle room says, I don't remember what that one is called, and then decides to just check out, we'll do a little hammer jump if he wants to do that. Yeah, Selga is gonna do the poor strat for this. It is very precise, so it is understandable.
Yeah,
That just speaks of how clean it was from Dazed.
yeah, this bringing me back to my attempts with the pause menu. And hopefully Dazed finds a little bit of progression on the... Okay, Ganon Tower small key.
There was also a map to Ganon's Tower in here, so that's cool. But yeah, Selga is not going to leave the ball behind then.
I mean, I wouldn't. It's pretty useful.
Yeah. Also, we have another little cool thing happening soon. On the June of 24th, it is the Super 16. It is a race of 16 in Super Nintendo games. There's the SNES ones. The list of games can be found on speedgaming.com/super16 for more information as well about the event. That does sound really fun. It's gonna be fun to check that one out.
Yep, definitely. The last time I remember watching one of them, I want to say they had the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy, which is a series of hard games, really fun to watch runners play.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, some good things being found over near Ice Rod Cave. We have Shadow Connector and we have Wake and Hookshot inside of the ET.
With a
This
Quake right next to it. Wow.
Yeah. Pretty good. And so far, also, So if my eyes don't deceive me, it looks like Selga did find big key to Skull Woods inside pod as well, here in the back. Or was that somewhere else?
I don't think big key to pod. But looks like we're gonna get these 2 dark room checks.
We're seeing the fake flipper attempts from Days Cloud to head up and check out. To be able to check out Hobo. And no, he's not gonna the Hobo. He's gonna head through the warp here so he can get up near Lost Woods instead. I can see that. I can see the reason for it. Because he did get a hook shot. Unfortunately, he does not have the gloves. He cannot check the connector of bumper ledge.
Yeah, but it does, like I said, he has hook shot now. It's just gonna give him a slight speed advantage for some of these checks until Zelga can find either the boots or the hook shot to help speed them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mega Man X4 music is really nostalgic. I always preferred the X5 music though, so.
Yeah, I never was really I was never really into the Mega Man games, but I have to say that this music is bopping. They are so good.
Shield at Mushroom. Looks like they're gonna skip that one. Both of these runners are definitely skilled enough to where they don't need to worry about something like a shield.
Yeah, who wants that? Yeah, they already have done the check where you would want it. And that was the other side of bumper as well up there on the mountain, so we don't have to worry about that one at all. Yeah, Dave's now making his way down into Keck.
King's Tomb on Zelga's side. Just some bombs, but definitely an interesting location to pop up right there in the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave's now also finding his good ones. And there's cess turns as well coming in from him. Just to style on us.
Yep, and Daze now has Zora money, so might stop by Bottle Vendor first. See what we got there.
Yeah. Yeah, we have it connected on the dark side of the left Death Mountain, so that is gonna be going into Zelga's mind space for later. And 5-6 fairy over there as well. Unfortunately, didn't have the mirrors, could not do the little mirror trick to be able to check those two. And there we have Glove and a little bit irritation from Daze there, as he was on one of the ones where you could use the glove to check another one.
Yeah, definitely a little bit frustrating on Dazed parts.
Yeah. Oh, and look at this. We have well,
Meyer Hut.
Yeah, there was the other pod key that Zelga had found, but I was thinking more of Paradox, and a very lucky second entrance there for Zelga, allowing him to be able to check it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't recognize at the moment which side of Paradox that was.
That was very lucky. And yeah, Days Cloud decides that I have a location. I have 2 chests in here I can get. Let's check them. Also having the magic boomerang here as well to be able to flick the switch, so you don't have to use up one of your bombs is nice. So a map, a heart container. And then is anything else good? No. Well, we did at least get the map to Maya, which we have received a key for, so... Or that was... We haven't seen a few more keys for it, so that is good. He's gonna bait the chain chomps and get a big key to Sieve Town. That is a good one.
Yep, definitely the way I would have done it. Those chain chomps hit way too hard. Don't want to risk just slightly.
Yeah. Yes, Selga. Yes, Selga is not gonna explore this side of the Dark World. There is one item he could have gotten on Pyramid, but I can understand that he didn't want to get that one now. It is quite a walk to go there.
Yeah, and Zelga's still having a little bit of trouble finding some solid progression. Granted, they both are. But I do feel like Zelda's in slightly better of a state at the moment.
Yeah, just been able to go a little bit further into pod than Selga is pretty nice. Although that hookshot might come in big for days.
Yep. And unfortunately, Zelga did catch one of the laser beams.
Yeah. Yeah, also let's take the time also to check on the list here. There were some very good other people that signed up today. A few names that sticks out for me is Matt, Vortex of Doom, Incoherent, Tyr, Rick, High Ruler, and Nilsson Alex. So some pretty big nice names signing up today.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good, skilled, pretty consistent racers on the list for today's daily.
Yeah.
Alright, Day's gonna discover the disappointment of Mini Moldorm Cave.
After he had some disappointment with how good Dayson can be at dodging. Selga is gonna make his way over to Desert now. Finding hammer pegs there underneath the rock. He's not gonna opt to get the heart container though. He have gotten blue mail, so it isn't too bad. And there we have the Smiths.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting place for them to be. Now we're gonna see these desert checks, see where this one goes.
Yeah. You do also have to stress here, as mentioned in the chat, the command for tracker is not updated. We do have two trackers. It is Professor Render and it is Hollow Bro. So keep that in mind. And Hookshot Cave, found by Selga. Where was that?
That was Agina's cave entrance, so Dazed is definitely gonna have a fun time when they make their way over the desert.
Yeah, can have a big advantage there, definitely. Yeah, also gonna answer that in the chat. Yes, it is nice that they are back. We have been missing them over the tournaments that have been going on.
Yeah, especially me. I love watching the dailies and stuff when I'm either trying to figure out seeds or when I'm just having them play in the background when I'm doing anything. So it's really good to see them again.
Absolutely. And speaking of playing them to back, Selga did find back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, which I honestly feels like the little bit of the better one to find. You know exactly where you need to go to take out Mothula if you gotta take him out.
Yeah. So where did the wonderful where was the last Spectre Rock entrance? It is on the mountain, and that is a really good entrance to find as well. Oh. Well, let's hope they get mirrors soon so that they can check the right side of the mountain.
A very clean boomerang throw from Zelda hitting that guard.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, looks like Daze Cloud is gonna be making their way over, checking out that desert swamp.
Yeah,
or the dam.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already been checking on the right side, so he was in Eastern, so he's gonna head over to Desert now. And in Sahasula we have one of those useless houses. I don't remember where that one is in the middle game.
Yeah, I don't either. Daze is gonna go ahead and grab that heart container. Our good tracker, Professor Renderer, says he thinks it is the Lumberjack house.
Ah, okay. Cool. Oh, we saw an attempt on splash deletion, does it seem like? And there we go. On second try, Shalga got it. That is a little bit of the rare one.
Yeah, it's still pretty quick, thankfully. So, not too much time lost at all for it.
Oh, Smoky to Desert. That is a pretty good one. And the map to Swamp. We do have the Swamp small, so that map is really good as well to have.
Looks like Dave's gonna check out the back too. Yeah, I agree. Not terrible, but not godly. Straight into the dead end.
Yeah, Selga is also gonna head up and check the ones up here near Iceworld Cave, so he's gonna pick up his hookshot as well.
Yep, and we might see them double back. Try and get the rest of Hookshot Cave relatively soon after.
Yeah, and it is unfortunate here for Daze having to walk this long way here just to check underneath the rock here that he had to leave earlier. Which in this case was just upgrade ferry, but to be fair, it will let them max up. It is a nice way to get some extra bombs for early game, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, and it's not like they're strapped for cash either. And Zelga's entering GT. Gonna pick up that Hookshot and that Quake Medallion.
Yeah, we will have no problems with Quake today. One thing I didn't like though here for Shelga was that he didn't head over and collect the key on the left. If he were to get Red Cane soon, that would have been giving him to the right side. I would have argued for picking that Smoky up. These guys taking the connector here, taking to Dark Lumberjack. So we have seen all three of the major locations in Dark World now, so that's good. And no surprise here, Daze is gonna head immediately to Skull Woods. It is one of the of the places right now in the Dark World where you can get stuff still, even if you don't have Moon Pearl. He's gonna take the death here so that he gets out of Bunny Sprite, so he can check this front middle portion of Skullwoods. You understand, right? The front middle portion?
Yep. I'll be the first to admit I've spent way more time in Skullwoods than I would be comfortable to admit normally. Just always managing to run myself around in circles in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's still way too early to know if there is a sizable lead. They've kind of been trading back and forth a bit with knowledge and their items. So now we're kind of starting to see them kind of even out. So we're waiting for that next big progression, really.
Yeah. I would say there is a clinched advantage right now for Selga having that sword. And because it was in the drop down of the Sank, it is gonna be quite a while before Days will think of going there, because remember, yes, it was already on Useless Fairy drop down, so he only really has that drop down to check out then, so that's gonna take a little while before he checks it out.
Yeah, and having Burno with half magic is really nice as a safety item too.
So that's gonna take a little while before he gets that sword, and Burn, of course.
Yep, and Dazed found a GT big key in the one of the small chests and is attempting to do a bomb jump. I hate doing this bomb jump in this specific area. I always get knocked back down by the Moldorms.
Yeah. And they have the desert map as well, and they did get that small key for Desert Palace, so getting that map as well. We have most of the maps now, to be honest. Oh,
ooh, that's a big one. Flute in Skullwoods.
The only sad thing is that we have already been to all locations that Flute would unlock at the moment.
Yeah, I generally look at it a little bit more as like a nice mobility aid, more than unlocking a bunch of locations.
Oh, you mean that you don't want to have to run through a lot of different entrances just to get to where you want to go?
Oh, absolutely. I hate running through entrances. I hate running across the map.
Oh, Days gonna be grabbed by the wall master there. You have to be careful when you're in pinball room.
Yep, and that's one of the most common spots to get nabbed by him too.
Yeah, those Gibdos, if they just as much as touch you so that you get a little bit delayed, you are can very much be delayed and get pulled. Here you go, leaning away the Wall Master so you can get this. And surprise, surprise, it was another small key for Skullwoods. But at least he's gonna use that small key to check out the boss once he has either Fire Rod, or if he can do the bomb jump, the lamp. And he will be able to take out Mofla.
Yeah.
And we do have a fake flipper here, so he is gonna head over and check Skullwood, check Backward Sank. Yeah, he's taking the Sank drop down, so he's gonna get that sword, so that's fine then. I wonder when our runners are actually gonna decide to take Sora.
Yeah, I'll honestly laugh if there's something big at Zora or on Zora Ledge at this point.
It's probably gonna be though, because we have had that love for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, and this might be it. He's first, of course, gonna check the obligatory waterfall cave. And we have the potion shop in there. That is good knowledge. Yo, Swedish, how you doing?
It just feels like a slightly more complicated way to get some potions from the waterfall.
Yeah. And Dave's gonna check the bumper there. Fortunately, he has already seen the other side, so he's not gonna follow it.
Yep, and there was just a heart piece on the Zor ledge, so that's dead.
Yeah. And Zelda realized that, alright, I need the flippers for that shortcut. I'm gonna have to walk around.
Dazed activating the flute.
And would you look at that moon pearl from the fish?
Love to hate to see it.
Absolutely. And he's immediately gonna use that moon pearl to start checking out the different locations here in the Dark World.
Yep, I mean that's the best thing to do. It's a huge shot of adrenaline for Zelda to make these checks.
Yeah. And to be fair, Zelda has not done too much Dark World scouting, so he's just gonna be running through a lot of these really quickly.
Yep, and meanwhile Dazed is checking out the eastern side of Death Mountain to see where all those entrances lead for them.
Oh, game, you're too funny sometimes. Can you guess what was in Chancellor's closet? Without checking on the tracker, should I say? No bite? Okay. He might have found flippers in Chancellor's closet. And also sitting there was also Ice Rod.
Yeah, I was trying to think, without looking at the tracker. I was like, this could be a couple items. You know, a fire rod would be pretty big right now, so would a bow.
Yeah, it was just a comic relief of, hey, you could fake flipper up to Sora to get that moon pearl so you can collect me, or you can get me the vanilla way. So pretty funny.
Yep, Zelga's doing the front of escape now. Picked up a shovel from that first chest.
Yeah. And yeah, there was nothing real on the right side of the mountain for Dazed.
Yeah, which unfortunately we already knew. And
Ooh,
that's
Selga.
big.
Selga is such on a good route right now.
Dazed checking out the back of Skull Woods. Not going to be anything particularly big, but a little bit useful. And
Yeah.
Excalibur asks, do runners take notes on the significant spots of the run? It depends on the runner. Some take notes, some have good enough memory to be able to remember the important bits. If you're interested, give any of these... Sorry, give you know, any of the runners on today's race, follow, watch them, see how they play, and you'll see, and you'll see a little bit of different tricks about how everyone keeps their mind from spaghettifying as they run these seeds.
That is a word I've not heard in a long time. But yeah, Selga did also find a bow in Zelda Cell, so Selga is definitely on a good loot path right now.
Yeah, definitely. Just a pretty good escape, considering.
I'm finishing off with a heart container.
Fortunately, takes that death in escape, so we're going to be checking out of that for a little bit.
Well, we did find shovel inside of Higher Castle. Why not do a little bit of digging game?
Dace picks up their moon pearl from the fish, so now they're going to start checking all of these Dark World checks too now.
Yeah. And just 10 bombs from digging game, unfortunately. It was also had to do quite a few amount of digs as well, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, Selga is now gonna just check the other entrances here just to see what it takes him. So middle Hyrule Castle leads to Wheels of Outcast. That is good for him, so that he doesn't have to take the long way around. So he gets the other way to get here. So that is pretty good.
Yep, there's a really nice shortcut.
Yeah.
Zelda's gonna go in and see what we got hiding under the statue, and it's another. Wow, 2 fairy spots right next to each other.
Yeah. Had to look up crossword a bit to learn what that means. Yes. So it's essentially they are doing Crosskeys, which is where we have the key sanity. So all of the dungeon items are shuffled, and a crossword meaning that that is the crossed version of the entrance shuffle, where the paths in the caves and houses can lead you to between dark and light world.
Yep, and it's a pretty common seed to see too, especially amongst a lot of the more experienced and confident runners, because it can really throw some wrenches in your plans. So it's really fun to kind of figure out the logic of the seed.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to run one of yourself, and I see there was talk about interactive maps. There are 2 ones to recommend. One of them is the Big Dunka tracker, which you can set all of the settings inside that tracker and it will load for you. Or there's one if you search for Mapper, which is also a pretty good one for entrance shuffles.
Yep, they're both good. I personally use the Big Dunker one, and that's a really helped step up my ability to even just finish seeds. So
yeah, definitely. Especially once you get into stuff like Insanity on entrance shuffle, then the Big Dunker definitely helps you. Oh, we found Sick Kid from the lower bumper ledge. He has a small key to Skullwoods. It was not one of the ones we needed, but thank you anyways.
Yep, and I believe that was that Samaria at the top bumper ledge?
It certainly was. Oh, and the Darkwood Cathedral is the bottom of Spiral Cave. So that is good knowledge. Okay, Selga's gonna check the Lonely House. And that is Agina.
So even in Crosskeys, Agina manages to find a way to be off the beaten path.
Definitely. Just a free hundo there, unfortunately. So looking at what they have right now left that I haven't checked yet, I think the biggest one that hits right now is Lake Hyla Island. And of course also running around and trying to think, is there any more? Also the Destiny Rocks and the dig spots are the three most prominent ones that no one has checked yet.
Yep, and Zelga, by virtue of having the bow, a little bit out of logic to go to Eastern Palace to take that one out, but it might lead to something good. Because they get that green pendant from it too.
Yeah, he does need to find a big key to it first before he can check it out. But we are not far away from either the pod or Eastern right now, to be fair.
Yeah, so I don't expect it's going to take too long. One of the remaining checks might have one of the big keys for one of those two.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
Mario House sitting in the bonk rocks near Link's house.
Definitely an interesting one to find as Daze comes over to pick up their bow.
Okay, so we have a really good hammer on dig spot. That is good. Looking at the question we have here in chat, what are the small key densities? There's also which small and big keys are important. So to answer that, we need to know what palaces has crystals, which ones have pendants. After that, we can tell you which ones are gonna be required. But a few ones that it might and probably not will be important is Swamp Palace and Skullwood's big, considering that you don't need them to be able to get to the bosses. This, for example. So they are ones that we probably not gonna need. Also, we already got in Skullwoods and may be able to check that. But when it comes to small keys, I would say getting at least 2 ones per dungeon is good to get. There are a few other ones where you need more, depending on how much other stuff is required inside of the palaces. But getting 2 to start with, it is pretty good.
Yeah, two's the number I'm generally told is what you want at least for most of the dungeons once you start figuring out where you need to go.
Yeah. And then we also have the god tier when it comes to small keys, and they are, for example, the swamp small key or the desert small would also put in that category because of them directly unlocking checks. Well, you need a small key to swamp to be able to just go in, essentially, because of just how early you need a small key. You'll be able to check the first chest, nothing more if you don't have it. And desert, of course, having the 2 chests on the right side, they can also be pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel good to only be able to do 1 check in desert or swamp.
Yeah. But yeah, there are no extra small keys or stuff like that. That has not been changed. There is a setting which is called retro, with maze that the small key works like in Zelda 1, where a small key can open every single door. So in that one, you are looking more at the total small keys you have compared to which small keys you have.
Yep, that definitely can come back to bite you very easily.
So Helga is gonna head up and do the... he's not going to connector. He's going into, of course, GT. He got the hammer, so we'll go and head over and check here on the left side. There's a lot. He can do a lot in here with that. At the same time, Days Cloud is gonna check Dark Ice Rod Cave locations.
Alright, nothing from the rock. And nothing from the entrance.
So over here in GT, we so far have found the book and big key to Mystery Mire, which are both really good ones to find.
Yeah, definitely, especially when Zelga decides to make their way up and check Hera. They could possibly stop by that Ether tablet real quick if they manage to get Master Sword for them.
Yeah.
It's like Dazed making their way to check Catfish.
Yeah. Our friendly neighbor Catfish coming through clutch at once you see this bad, he comes through clutching. At the same time, we have Random Room on Zelga's side. And simultaneous big key. One of them Pod, the other one is Hera. Those are some really good big keys.
Seed sending some very mixed signals to both of our runners on pre-stream today.
Definitely. How does crossword affect key sanity? I guess it only affects TR. Both yes and no. Well, it does also. That TR definitely is the most prominent ones, as the Days Cloud finds silvers on Pyramid Ledge. So one thing that we have in Crosskeys as well is having fast Ganon, so they don't have to finish off GT, so that is one thing that is changed as well with the Crossworld. Well, but that is another setting, but otherwise the key sanity effects where you might not have to dip into a dungeon to get the keys for it, so just the routing a little bit can change in the dungeons, but definitely TR is the big one.
Yep, and it can also lead you to moments where you don't even really find any keys for a particular dungeon until it's either almost too late or they're just a pointless dungeon to dip.
Yeah. Oh, and big key to Eastern actually sitting on the vanilla big key to Pod, the location. That is funny. Yes. To that question, is Crosskeys just key sanity with entrance shuffle? It is. Essentially, yeah, it is.
Though I'd say from watching and playing the seed, it definitely feels like the randomizer instilled a little bit more attitude into it when you put them together.
Yeah. I thought the first was gonna be like, yeah, because the dailies they are coming back with the dailies now. They wanted to start off with a bad seed. Yeah, our runners have returned to pod, and they are sitting. We're gonna see Selga here sitting up for the hammer jump. Now the hammer jump is a pretty tough one, so it is a double pixel perfect. So he's trying to line up on the pixel to put down the bomb. Then he needs to line up with the bomb, so that when the bomb explodes, he gets shot across the railing and he's able to loot the big chest here. And that was a small key to Ice Palace that was given from that.
Yep, well, a little bit of a nice thing to have. Let's see, what does that put us at? 2 keys for Ice Palace on Zago, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Chad. I've done entrance shuffle in Crosskeys a couple of times and still haven't finished the seed yet for it.
You want something that will blow your mind even more than entrance shuffle?
Inverted?
Nope, that was not what I was thinking of. I can make you a door rando if you want to.
No, thank you. I have I have enough plans to do this week.
Good choice. Oh, hot sanity also is also a good one to mess with people's head spaces as well.
Yeah, definitely. That was.
Oh,
I think one
of the dead rock denying Selga from flying away with the bird.
Ooh. just gonna reset and try again. But yeah, Pot Sanity is definitely one of those ones I've watched that was just like heart-wrenching the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Key Drop Shuffle?
I have not.
So Key Drop Shuffle is essentially where, you know, the enemies that gives you keys?
Yeah.
They get added to the item pool as well.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. Nice first attempt, Harapot for Dazed.
Yeah, ooh, that's a big in here on the Death Mountain. That is a good one as well. We're starting to get the big keys, so we're gonna start seeing them get crystals and pendants soon. As we are looking here at the slideshow from Selga's side.
Yep, unfortunately it happens sometimes.
One thing I would recommend if you are new and you want to look at entrance and Crosskeys, enable hints. They are gonna help you a lot in the beginning. I can't stress that enough.
Unless you're like me and you've completely forgotten where most of the hint tiles are in the vanilla game.
Well, if you're doing entrance shuffle, then that doesn't matter then. We're gonna find them anyways.
Yeah, more than likely. Let's see, picking up our first pendant by Days Cloud side. An hour and 3.
Keep hot shuffle randomizer door rando when asking for a friend. Oh, that is definitely something I would have to do at some point. Or you can just drop it onto Andy's channel. He does tend to do them as well.
Yep. Definitely does some of the zanier combinations. Nothing quite like lifting up a pot and finding a Lionel right below it.
Exactly. So Selga has headed into a desert here and is running through and checking. And just the user's shield being given here by the small kid the desert, so that is unfortunate.
Yep, Daze finally has their hammer, so gonna start seeing some more interesting plays and checks from them now too.
Yeah, and Selga's able to make its way over to Desert Ledge by a very nice connector. Unfortunately, it didn't give him anything.
I think that's a matter of perspective. These more experienced runners definitely have a lot more self-control than I do. I see a heart container, I just have to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Desert Main, where does you take us? Alright then.
Desert Jump.
So did really two of the desert entrances still stay in Desert Palace? That is,
Yeah.
that is not okay, Seed. There's a lot of things I am fine with. That is not one of them. And it looks like Selga is gonna take Lake Hyrule Island, or no, he's gonna head back up to Sora. Yeah, that makes sense. Sending it to Waterfall Cave. And ooh, powder! Let's go. I heard you like vanilla stuff.
Yeah, but it's like that off-brand vanilla because you had to go to a waterfall to get it.
Yeah. Can one of our trackers switch over the sound to Selga? Thank you. Ooh, some Twilight Princess. Nice.
Yep, definitely up there for me regarding soundtracks.
Yeah. This is the only MSU that I use, by the way. All of my friends dislike Magic Bat and Shield. That is totally understandable, Goran.
Oh, I love Magic Bat. I don't think he's given me a useful item yet.
Basically, yeah. So yeah, as our runners here are running through checks we have already seen, now I'm gonna give out the commands again. Make sure to give them a follow. Oh, as I'm trying to get the correct commands here. Both of them has been putting up an amazing race for us so far, with a lot of twists and turns and ugly moon pearls on King Sora. Also make sure to give my co-commentator here, Rowan Katana, a follow. Our restreamer was Yaxi, if I remember correctly. I sort of really looked that up. And also our trackers with our Professor Renderer, and unfortunately Hollow Bro's link there is not on, so if you see him in chat, make sure to press his name so that and press follow there.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody needs to give me a follow. There's not really anything on my channel yet because I keep forgetting to save the VODs and upload them.
Yeah, on my VOD, you're only gonna see World of Warcraft, so you don't get anything there either. To be fair. But yeah, looking a little bit here on some upcoming events. So going on right now, we have the Luigi's Mansion 80% out of bounds. So is going on. They are right now in the bracket stage for that. It is the item randomizer for Pokemon Crystal, which is a fun one. We of course have the SG Live tournaments gonna be happening soon now as well, so make sure to check those out when they come around. Also, speaking of Spin Gaming Live, make sure to get your tickets to the on-site event that is happening in between the 9th and 12th of November. The three big tournaments right now is Wind Waker, Super Metroid Dash Randomizer, and the Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Those are the three big ones so far.
Yep, I love watching some Pokemon Crystal randomizer and speedruns, so and that's always fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know about that Goron, because so far I seem to be a magnet for Aga seeds whenever I roll my own seeds. So I'm probably going to start farming that out to other people at this point, because I'm getting tired of running them.
You think Agaseed is bad? You don't want to see what I can cook up. You want an example?
I don't even think they're bad. I'm just tired of encountering them.
I could get you one which has both hammer and hookshot in Ice Palace.
That's just downright dirty.
Because that was one of my tournament matches in the main tournament 2 years ago.
It's definitely a yeah. That's not a nice thing to say. You shouldn't bring that evil on any of our runners here.
Well, I was not the one rolling this one. But yeah, so what do we have left that our runners have not checked yet? Because we are starting to run out of locations.
I think we're really just starting to approach the point where we gotta start pushing into those dungeons a lot harder now.
Yep.
I think the big one is gonna be finding our way to get that Samaria off the top of Bumper Ledge. We gotta find that entrance.
Yeah. Also, we did get the big key to Hera, so that could be a big one to just head in there if you haven't yet. Selga is checking out right now. We did see it from days, so we know that there is nothing really important in here, but get it and nonetheless.
Yep, and Zelga's gonna grab their first pendant too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daisy is gonna check the left entrance. I don't yeah, that one led here. So it is Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock entrance need Aether. We're probably not gonna require that, but it could be something eventually. So nothing underneath, nothing in Hookshot Cave entrance. In upper Super Bunny, we do have a Chief's hideout, so here we can have some stuff. And there we have Titans. Okay, we have a few more stuff unlocked now.
Yep, normally that would unlock a lot of checks, but starting to get stacked for him now.
Yeah. So looking at Titans here, the ones that comes out is Smith Chain. We can check Ice Palace entrance, the Pegs, and the King's Tomb entrance. So pretty good ones still. Also, we Base Cloud have found the dam, which is also a good one. That means that he will be able to get into Swamp Palace and do stuff in there. So that is probably one thing that has to be explained. So, because the different entrances can be everywhere, one thing that has been made is that to be able to enter Swamp Palace, you need to find a dam to drain it. The dam will then sit in a permanent drained state. So if you find Swamp Palace after that, the water is gonna be there, so you can just enter. What are we missing from Go mode? Just looking at what we know about the crystals and pendants, we are missing Fire Rod, Red Cane, and another sword. Those are what I'm seeing here. We haven't found Meyer, the mystery Meyer yet, so we potentially mirror. Depending on if we need to mirror to it to get that entrance. So that is a potential one, but yeah, those are it. Well, that is if you know how to do dark rooms. If you don't know that, you need lamp as well. So technically lamp as well for a logical one, but who cares about that?
Well, I do, because I definitely need the lamp for most of the dark rooms still.
All right then. Sorry.
But I think I agree with you. Yeah, we need a big time fire source, Red Cane. More than likely, so far with what we've seen in the seed, I think we're probably gonna end up needing her.
Yeah. And there we have the back of Desert. Unfortunately, no big key to Desert on the days. Selga did find it earlier, so that is unfortunate for him. Otherwise, looking at, I think we have all of the. Otherwise, we have the big keys we need. Who got actually the big key to Desert? I've seen that no one of them has been tracked. I'm pretty sure we've seen it. Haven't we?
No, I don't think we've seen it, honestly. Obviously, that's one of the two big keys we're really missing right now. 3. Yeah, 2. Because Zelga has the Eastern Palace big key.
Alright. But yeah, I like that Days has gone in here to Swamp. There's so much stuff in here. Also, this is a crystal.
Yep, and I believe Days can complete this dungeon, so...
Indeed he can. This is one of the ones where you don't need a big key to get to the boss. So he is gonna have to leave one check, fortunately, but I don't think he would mind that too much.
Yeah, and honestly, even then, I don't think there's much of an impetus on Days' side to, like, full clear, or clear as much of Swamp as they can and go left side.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna see one of the cool tricks you can do here in in Swamp Palace. We're gonna see the diver down, and it's gonna be the bomb setup there as well. What's that bomb looked a little bit far down, so hopefully he got it. Okay, he barely got it. Okay, good. So this is also a public announcement. This is also not one of the tricks that you have to learn to run this category. This is just to speed it up. It is allowed to do this trick, so.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of the nicer tricks to know.
Mm-hmm.
And really save you a lot of valuable time.
Yeah. Oh, and there we have bombos, so we have all of medallions now.
Yep, and that lets us get into... Ooh, mirror.
Nice.
Nice. 2 great items to get right next to each other.
Yeah. And with that bombos, we could also head into Ice Palace now.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was going to say before Daze decided to rudely interrupt me by picking up a great item. I feel like that's the second time in about 5 minutes that Daze has made me eat my own words.
We're gonna get the other diver down here from the Rudy Daze then. They have the big key to Swamp. Because why not? We also have this Sand Heart, the only heart container in the game that will heal you completely. Oh, and Daze was not able to defeat the Stair Boss. The hardest boss in the game.
Again, happens surprisingly a lot.
Yeah. And a small key to Aga 1. Hopefully we don't have to go in there to get the second item.
Yeah, it's definitely will be a feel-bad moment for our runners if they have to do that. But also, it would let me know that whoever rolled this seed had some plans.
Yeah, it had some plans on putting so that our runners had the whole slideshow treatment for us. There's a small kid here. Which one? We don't know. It was the pod. Thank you, Selga.
Yep, and a nice moment of convergence for our runners too.
Yeah. So this is Fighter Sword. This is gonna be quite a hard fight. There are 2 tricks, ways you can fight it with Fighter Sword. Either you try to get double hits with your spins to take out the puffs, or you do the poor strat and switch to hook shot and then switch over to the hammer. But it looks like both of our runners are gonna go for the spin strats, which is understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I would generally stick with spin strats too. But I don't like the changing. Zelga using their bow over there a little bit to get some of the quick kills on the puffs.
Yeah, it is a cool strat. Okay, he's gonna try to silver here on the second phase as well, and he hits it. Hey, probably not, but for us that was first blood on Argus for Selga. And there did the Daze Cloud come in, so Selga got Argus down first. So both of them sitting at 1 crystal now. 1 crystal and 1 pendant.
Yep, and now with mirror in hand too, we might start seeing a couple of interesting routing choices as we start making our way through these dungeons big time.
Yep. Selga is just gonna head in a little bit quickly and check the big chest. I would honestly, if you get the big kid here and you go to the boss instead and don't go out and check it immediately, I would say leave it then. Because it is gonna take a little bit of time to run in. And Dace is immediately heading over and collecting his second sword on the race game. Which is understandable.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Selga is gonna do that as well. Dace is also gonna take the time here to check out what entrance we have here. And we have middle of Turtle Rock, and we have found the big key to it. And fire rod!
Alright. The sea just heated up a little bit.
Definitely, and look at Selga have taken the smith with him. That might mean that he's gonna leave. Oh no, okay, he's gonna check. He's gonna double check this.
It's not a bad play by either runner.
Yeah. There was a little bit worried because he had the smith with him that he would leave this entrance.
Yep. Thanks to Days, we know that not much going on after that fire rod for the moment, so I think Zelda made the right decision to just peace out.
Yeah. So now they need to check entrances to find which one leads to Bumper Ledge, so they can get the red cane. And they also need to find where Turtle Rock is. We have not seen that place yet. What entrances do we have left that we haven't checked yet?
Let's see, we haven't checked Big Fairy Island or Ice Palace vanilla entrance, so those are probably two interesting checks.
We have seen Ice Palace entrance from Selga.
No, I mean the actual entrance into Ice Palace.
Oh yeah, we have seen that.
Oh, we have? Okay. Don't know how I missed that one.
Speaking of Ice Palace,
I mean, it is the logical play right now.
Yeah, it is.
And Day's going on to take out Mothula real quick.
As one would do. Unfortunately, because we don't have red cane, Selga is gonna have to do this semi the normal way of doing Ice Palace.
Yep, the way that makes everyone hate Ice Palace.
Yeah. I must say, this freeze timings are pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing pretty great right now.
That was a clean bomb jump from Selga.
Yeah, absolutely it was.
That one is not
All
easy
right.
to set up.
And now we have both of them in Ice Palace.
Yeah. perfect timing. So that we don't get to see what was in there.
Yep. Internet connection, the true boss of these races.
Yeah, definitely. And we didn't get to see the next one either, so these two ones here is gonna be a little bit in the dark until we see Dave head over there. So when it comes to this bomb jump here, there are two pixels you can align yourself with for where you place the bomb, and then depending on which of the two you use, there is a different amount of steps you have to step down after you place the bomb. And that looks good. And what we see them do is they're using the sword as a measuring stick from when they have put down the bomb to how far they need to go down. Because try hard as you might, it could be really hard to see pixel alignments.
Yep, and it can also be especially difficult in this dungeon with Master Sword.
Yeah. And there we have the big key to Ganon's Tower. So you want to do Gauntlet? And there we had small key to Hera. So Selga is gonna drop down now to the Puffs.
Very clean on breaking that ice with fire rod.
Yeah. And that is a beautiful boss fight as well. And it's a small key to GT.
Yep, pretty stacked for GT keys now.
Yeah, we are. So yeah, Selga is now heading over to the back of Skullwoods as well. So we are seeing them do a little bit different order of these palaces.
Yep, and neither order's any real better than the other. So it's just situationally where they decide to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mothula was bad for Selga, but was able to power through it.
Yep, going for the hammer strat. Daze decided to just use Bombos to quickly sort out that first part for the Ice Palace fight.
Yeah. I have to say, our audio gear we have ordered in to switch between them as soon as one of them freezes is doing a pretty good job right now.
Yeah, it's like they are they're coordinating to make us have to pull out our hair.
Yeah. Alright then, first check of the Meyer area for Shelga. We are gonna expect that Seaftown is probably here. Or we get the entrance of Third Rock, which we can't do because we don't have Red Cane. That is also a fine game.
Yeah, a little rude.
We have the pot master there. We have another great fairy there. And then we have checkerboard cave up here.
I would expect that this might be our Thieves' Town. Nope. Mimic Cave. Okay.
Maybe holds our big key to desert. Nope, it was a cape.
Cape.
Oh, Daisy, I've already checked that cave. You need to head over to the other one. Oh, this could be it. One of them could be picking up the red cane soon. It's gonna be Selga or Dazed. Alright, we already seen. We have actually already seen this on the Dazed side, so is this the correct connector for Selga? It isn't. Selga is gonna get the consolation prize of a small key to Skull Woods, the final one. There are no more to be found.
Which at least they can take solace in the fact that there are no more to be found.
Exactly.
Day's gonna check either tablet, see what we get off that.
That was just a compass, unfortunately. And there we are, Seaftown, on the Light World Turtle Rock laser bridge.
That means we should see Dazed find it relatively soon as well.
Yeah. And after this, we will see that one of the most irritating thing when it comes to Crosskeys that people is gonna elect not to do because of just how stupid it is. You know which one that is?
I do not.
The big red bomb.
Yeah, I don't like the big red bomb.
In this mode, it is bad because you have to take it from wherever the bomb shop is over to a pyramid.
Yep. And unfortunately, that can mean it can be on the other side of the wrong world.
Yeah. Certainly can. And you can't use flute either, so you have to take the normal way.
Yep, which is saying something because people also tend to avoid it, or our runners tend to avoid it, even when the entrances aren't shuffled.
That is totally understandable. But yeah, I am looking here a little bit at the schedule for tonight. Going on right now over at Speed Gaming 5, we have the main tournament. It is between Spleeby and Lin Lin Lin. That is an amazing game. There are 2 area of shadow randomizers. There's one of them happening now at Speed Gaming 2. The other one is starting in just at the top of the hour. And then we have also starting at the top of the hour. It is the SMC3 community race on Speed Gaming 4. Also going on right now over on Speed Gaming Portuguese is the Mega Man X3 any percent tournament. So if that interests you, if any of those 5 shows interest you, you can go and check them out as well.
If I was not busy commentating, I absolutely would go check out the SMZ3 race. Those are super fun to watch.
Definitely, it is amazing what people is able to do with a little bit of coding.
Yeah, especially if you know like the little nuances about how they were able to make it. It is an incredible feat.
Absolutely.
All right. Zelda doing your perfectly scripted blind fight.
Yep. Unfortunately, none of our runners have the small key to save town, so they're gonna have to leave the big chest behind.
Yep, and it's unlikely to contain really anything of value either way at this point.
Yeah. Oh, this could be something though. Spike
Yeah,
Cave.
Spike Cave.
That is just a piece of heart.
Unfortunately, a relatively typical Spike Cave.
Yep. And we are gonna do another public servants this announcement here. We have been sitting here for 1 hour and 41 minutes. I don't know about you guys sitting at home, but for me and my co-commentator here, we are talking a lot. Let's take this time to drink some water. Let's do a little drink check, shall we?
Yep, remember to stay hydrated, and right after you hydrate, remember to give our runners a follow, give both of our trackers the wonderful problematic Professor Renderer.
And
Hollow Bro.
It's unfortunately it's not. We don't have the link to written into the command.
Yep. Additionally, please give my co-commentator a follow as well. He has been a wonderful trove of knowledge for myself and numerous people in the comments. You can go ahead and give me a follow as well, but you're not really going to find anything at the moment. So save your feed.
Remember to save your feeds. That is correct.
All right. Nothing on Bombo's tablet.
No. Yes, on the vampire skeevers. If that would have been a ped, that is what they would have said. Yeah, Daisy is also gonna check the Meyer area now.
Find out the good and the bad news.
Yeah. Okay, so what entrance have we not checked yet? Because we still have not found the connector that leads to Bumpy Ledge.
Yeah, geez, at this point, like, I'm having a hard time thinking about what we haven't checked.
Have you seen Graveyard Ledge?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. I don't think have been checked yet.
King's Tomb I know have been checked by Telga, but I don't remember him checking Desert Ledge when he was doing that, or Graveyard Ledge when he was doing that. Anyway, we are going to see a big gun bomb being delivered by Selga. So, VP. Also, if you're wondering why Selga is able to dash with a bomb, that is because if you take damage or you hook shot and you are quick enough to activate your boots, the input for placing down the bomb and activate it is not gonna count. So try to do that when you are moving with the bomb, so you can get that a little bit quicker.
Yep, and it can be a little bit finicky at first, but once you get it down, it's pretty consistent.
Yep. Okay. 3 new entrances. Let's go.
Yep, I was actually just as I was mirroring it, it's like, oh yeah, we didn't see the top entrances, and there's our lantern.
Yep. So that essentially means we are Big Key to Desert and Red Cane away from Go mode. And that is gonna be the connector that takes us to Red Cane. And there we are, Meyer. Let's go.
All right.
I don't quite agree with Selga going in here now, actually. Because at this point, he's gonna have to know that the connector he saw in Aga Tower is gonna lead to Red Cane. So he should go there first and get that before doing this. Oh, there was the Big Key to Desert. I know we have found it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we are only Red Cane away from Go mode, and we basically know where it is. Unless we have missing, and it is not in fact on the bumpy ledge.
I mean, I only saw the very bottom of it, so I was unsure from the beginning.
All
so
right.
I'd be pleasantly surprised to see it anywhere else.
Oh, look at that, the useless higher castle key.
An equally useless $100.
And the best boomerang. And I'm willing to die on that hill.
No, I mean it's a fair hill to attempt to die on. It's a little funny. Going from Hyrule Castle Key to 100 rupees to Bloomerang.
I simply don't like the red boomerang, dude.
I don't like it either personally. It's like just with the mirror shield. Like it starts introducing like small issues or like slowdowns, and you never know when.
Yeah. And no, Selga stream has in fact not freezed yet. This is actually just a cutscene happening. I feel like that we needed to state that.
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing to state because people who are unfamiliar with cutscene chest.
Okay, then let's see if it was in fact Red Cane that was on Bumpy Ledge. Okay, can you imagine having to navigate through this connector in the Dark World? No, it was the red. It was the red rupee.
That's even more depressing.
Oh, and here we have Aga Tower. We
Ooh.
did get a small key, so we can get both of the items in here.
Yeah, and there is a very strong possibility that we find our red cane here too.
Well, that is the wrong red color, but I don't think Selga is gonna be too mad about Tempered Sword.
I think anyone who would be mad about picking up a tempered sword might have. And there's Arcane.
So at 1 hour, 49 minutes and 27 seconds, Selga has hit go mode.
And now Zelga's interrupting me too, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have... Zelga only has Mystery Maya, Turtle Rock, and the desert left to do. So that is not a lot.
Yep, and having the knowledge... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He does need to find what desert is, though. So Daze has a little bit of wiggle room here to catch up.
Yep, especially if Dazed decides to go ahead and commit to get the to get into Castle Tower. Now that we know that you kind of got an indirect route, you gotta go there to grab it.
Yeah. And to be fair, if he decides to not check the big red bomb, that is gonna save him a little bit of time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I still feel like Dazed has a few checks that could potentially trap him, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. This will be a breeze for Selga. He has 2 different ways he can do it, or 3 different ways rather. He has silver arrows. He has the cape, so he can do then either spin strats, or he can do what is my favorite strat, which is activate the cape, run up to the top, and just dash through the eyes.
Yep, the cape strat is probably my favorite strat to do. I think it would probably be safe to do, the silver strat, which looks like that's what Zelga's gonna stick with.
Yeah. It's less interesting, but definitely the best.
Yep, easily one of the quickest boss fights you can do in the game.
Mm-hmm. That brings Selga's crystal count up to 5. He is now tied with the Dazed on the crystals. However, he is gonna have to hurry. If Daze want to catch up, he has to hurry. And he has now also collected his powder. Oh, this could be it. He could be following now.
Hopefully he makes the right calls here.
Oh, and Selga is looking for where the entrance to the desert is.
Yep, I'll be honest, I don't remember where the entrance to the desert is.
Well, it was on Hammerpeg, so
Alright. And it looks like Daze is gonna go in the mire. Fortunately, it's gonna cost him a little bit of time. When he realizes that he's gotta go back out.
Yeah.
Does Daze not have a Castle Tower small key? I believe Daze does.
Yep.
These key checks have really been all over the place in this seed, even for a Crosskeys seed.
They definitely have. And we are seeing the behind the back stats for Selga on the first phase of Trinex.
Definitely the best way to do it if you can get behind them in time.
Yeah. And yeah, with that, Selga is gonna collect his final crystal. He only have to get to Lost Woods so he can drop down into Ganon to finish the race.
Yep.
Well, we don't know how the others are doing though. We are gonna present how it goes for how many ones have finished once Selga has finished as well.
Yep, there's no point in ruining the suspense.
Definitely not.
Unfortunately, Dave's still spending a little too long in mire.
Yeah, we are into the second phase already. He's using the hook shot to dodge out from the fire. And that should be enough hits to trigger phase 3. It is. So now now we only have Ganon warps left essentially.
A very, very beautiful first to second phase.
Yeah. Also, look at the time. Remember how bad a few of these different locations have been. This could potentially be a sub 2.
Yep, it'll be close if it is, but I actually like Zelga's chances.
Getting the silver hit and barely missing the torch glitch. Barely was able to dodge out from the fire blast as well. Getting a double there. He is gonna land the final hit here. And that is all 4. He only has to cross the most dangerous gap in the game to finish this. At the same time, Daze is also now in go mode. And there we go. He comes in with an official time of 1 hour, 58 minutes and 29 seconds. That, ladies and gentlemen, lands him the first place in the daily race.
Yep, everyone, please extend a big GG's to Zelga Deason for getting that sub 2 hour Crosskeys seed is always great to see.
And he's already joined us here in the commentary booth. GG, dude.
Yo, GG's, thank you.
How did that feel? Getting first place on the daily?
Honestly, it felt terrible. Like, I didn't enter a beatable crystal until like 120. Going through Hyrule Castle left that blocked access to the dam was my hard last logical option. So I was like, man, this sucks. But I guess I got kind of lucky with how the endgame laid out.
To be fair, a few of those item locations were pretty bad.
Yeah, they were. They definitely were. I was thinking, like, there's a possible world where you even skip that Castle Tower key when I found Samaria, so I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. The key dispersion was also a little rough, and honorable mention to the Pearl being on Zora.
Yeah, that was also pretty bad. I was getting really low on stuff for that too. So yeah, just I guess I was just very efficient because I was not feeling very good about this one basically the entire way.
Yeah. Also, how did you feel finding flippers immediately after being at Zora?
That was a little annoying, but I mean, I had actually done almost every flipper lock check by then anyway, so it was kind of you take it as it comes.
It was funny though that it was immediately after you got that Dark World access, you found flippers.
That is true. It was funny.
I also want to commend you on some absolutely beautiful boss fights. Did absolutely wonderful, near flawless on a couple of them. Great strats on the others. You recovered very well with Ganon after missing that torch glitch just barely.
Yeah. On silvers, sometimes getting torch glitch actually hurts you, but I was pretty happy with how the execution was going on this one. Yeah, I feel like at least in terms of combat, I was pretty happy with most of my decisions and how the seed went, honestly. So, yeah, like I said, I was feeling terrible, but at the end of the day, I guess it's kind of hard to complain here.
Yeah, it was a really solid one. No, execution-wise, you did really well. So, checking out here, you did snipe Hyruler. How did that feel? As he came in at 59 flats.
Yeah, Hyrule has been putting in a lot of work lately, and the results are showing. So big GGs.
Yeah,
I'm glad to have been able to pull out the win here.
Yeah, he's starting to become scary.
I mean, at least to me, pretty much everyone's scary. So, but it's definitely fun watching everyone do their best and seeing some of these some of the racers really step up, especially here recently, making some real progress.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a few really good players in this race.
Oh yeah, there's some names in this that are like the regulars of the Crosskeys races. So, I mean, I'm one of those people, but at the same time, I'm very glad to have been able to come out of this with a win because I know the competition I'm going against here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I imagine that a lot of people are very excited to get these daily races started back up.
Yeah, for sure. Now that the main tournament's going a little deeper, there's not quite as many things going on. Always cool to have more community races, and the Speed Gaming Dailies have always helped kind of emphasize that. So I'm glad to take part when I can.
Yeah, it is a little bit different to the ladder. This definitely feels more relaxed, which is nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I've always kind of enjoyed group races. Like I don't know, the dailies always kind of get larger groups, and I'm a fan of the larger races. I wish they would happen more often. So I'm glad that we still get together for things like this.
Absolutely. I mean, now see Days Cloud has also entered Ganon now. going into second phase now.
Opting for a little bit more safety.
Getting one earlier cycled on the whoops than you did, Dazed. Or Selga, rather. Or had the perfect place for where he has that he. Okay, he's gonna do double single for his silvers, and there we have Ganon is down. Only has to cross that gap as mentioned before. Take it away, Johan.
All right, and that, let's see.
Do you have the time?
I do not.
Okay.
Having some trouble pulling it up.
All right then. I see we had Felto came third with 2:01:56. And he has joined us now on the in the commentary booth. GG Days Cloud.
Hey, GG's there, guys.
Yo, GG.
Okay.
What do you think of that seed?
It's fine. It's a pretty basic seed. Don't get sucked into the GT climb, and everything was mostly okay. Like, I was basically out of locations outside of that GT climb, and like the moment I did Mire first and then ran over, and very next thing was okay, hey, cool, Agate Tower. Oh, I haven't found this yet. Okay, let's see what's here. Oh, cool, Tempered. Oh, cool, some Mario. All right, I get.
What do you think about that Moon Pearl though?
Oh, the Moon Pearl on Zora. Oh, that can. That can go jump in a lake. Honestly, that's
where we found it. That's where we found it.
Exactly. You can just go right back in there. I mean, there's no big thing, But it's all good. It was fine. At that point, I was like, well, this is kind of my last place that it could be. Well, all right, let's. Of course. All right.
Yeah, and that was really the theme for both of you going through this. Pretty much just checking everything. And last locationing a lot of things.
Yeah, the only difference was that Selga decided to do the big red bomb earlier than you.
I was considering the big red bomb, and then I ended up just checking the top of it before, and it was just like, oh, I kind of held off on the big red bomb just because I didn't have the thieves small key, so I'm like, it's not really logic yet. Probably don't need to do that yet, and so I kind of just held off on it, and well, whatever. I mean, losing to Zelga is not exactly something I'm, a stranger to. Like, this happens often. Hey, Zelga, did we have some sprite issues here? What was going on today?
I was using the Twilight Princess MSU with the Mega Man X sprite, so it would be funny with you playing with the Twilight Princess sprite with the Mega Man X MSU.
I knew I shouldn't have switched there, because I was like thinking about it. I'm like, okay, so how can I mess with everyone the most? so I went and got Phoenix Wright there, so I could like run around as Phoenix Wright and just confuse everyone. which meant I
Yeah.
bonked like 700 times because he is a chubby little bugger.
He is.
He
He's
is,
got some
definitely.
thickness to him.
He's been either not to the gym enough or, or the other way there.
To be fair, he is a lawyer. He doesn't need to go to the gym if he doesn't want to.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's all that stress eating.
Objection. All right. But yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good fun. I mean, it's like get a chance to race it against Zelga. I'm gonna take it usually. Yeah.
Yep, and you were also up against a bunch of other really talented and skilled runners as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a stacked. People. You send out a thing for Crosskeys. There might be a tournament thing coming up here, relatively soon. And
Yeah, was a great warm up for that.
yeah. I'm not in the ability to be able to say too many things about said tournament quite yet. But all I'm gonna say is soon.
That is hype. That is hype.
Yeah. So get ready, everybody.
Yeah. So did we get that time, Rowan? I guess we didn't, so I'm gonna read it out here. 4th place was Days with 2:05.18. Furious Magic got 5th with 2:06.44. And we just had Vortex of Doom coming in at 2:11.05. That is the 6th place. And that is where we are right now. So if you want to head over to any of the others that is still racing, there is still about 8 people racing. Or if you want to check out something else, starting just 15 minutes ago, it is the SMC3 community race happening on Speed Gaming 4. That is definitely something to check out. Otherwise, the next daily is Castle Boots tomorrow at 2 p.m. EDT. That is 8 o'clock European time. Basically 20:00 for any Europeans that wants to check that one out. On Wednesday, it is the HMG, and then it is Open 77 on Thursday. So a lot of dailies coming up. It is gonna be a lot of fun. Also, make sure to follow our runners. Both of them has put up an amazing show for us. Definitely making us, helping us out a lot when it comes to what's happening on the screen. And some of the people that also have done that is Professor Reindeer and Hello Bro, who was doing the tracking for us. And then we have my co-commentator Rowan Katana, who has been doing commentary with me. My name is Angels. Anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
Just GG's. Thank you guys for handling all the aspects of the restream, and thanks Dazed for yet another great race.
Yeah, same thing to Zelga. GG's on the sub 2 there, bud. Kind of wish I got that myself. But yeah, thanks for the restream and commentary and everything else. And yeah, thank you, everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you guys for restreaming for us. And I apologize. Do not put your Switch or your Switch audio key next to your push to talk key. I was talking to the abyss there for about 2 minutes.
Definitely don't do that. See ya, guys.
Yeah. Take it easy, and everyone, have a good rest of your night or day wherever you are.
Or morning in my case.